Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Card Show. It's just me, myself, and I tonight. Um, hope that's not too boring for you. I'm going to start it off with possibly I don't say the biggest news, but possibly one of the craziest sort of scenarios going on at the moment is obviously the reunited tour of Oasis, and the tickets were crazy. I think a lot of people became Oasis fans. A lot of people became resellers of tickets, or tried to anyway. And also before this, way before they announced they were going to reunite and tour the world now, as we know, because they're doing Australia and America as well have announced now. I think Mexico as well, maybe. Um, obviously the cash cow will keep turning for the Gallagher brothers. There was a guest on this channel, Lawrence from Iconic Trading Cards, and obviously they announced that they were doing cards for Oasis and other bands and iconic stuff in the future as well. But their first release was Oasis, and they were supposed to release it the other day. There was a slight issue for people in the UK, which we'll get into in this here. But they originally was supposed to be 500 boxes, and they doubled the amount to 1,000 just to sheer demand. Again, this was all before they announced they would reunite and they're doing tours, and people miss out on tickets to see them. So yeah, I think I've shown the cards that I've received on the channel, maybe on YouTube, definitely on Instagram. Very nice looking cards. You see this chance of getting signed cards in there. There's obviously the metal tickets. There's Noel Gallagher's actual sort of guitar picks, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there was also a lot of hype as well for them to be released. And as you can imagine, with the tickets, I think it's sort of them reuniting, what's back in the press, and these sort of things snowball. There was a big anticipation. Again, only 1,000 boxes, which you don't get doubles from the original amount. And yeah, there was a lot of issues. My issue is, it wouldn't get past. It was the first release past 10 a.m. I know the people it wasn't accepting their UK address. They even tried an Irish address, and that wouldn't work either. And then there was I'll say a lot. There's a few on eBay already, for a resale price of £300 area. Seems to be from Germany, so a lot of disappointment, similar to getting tickets to an Oasis gig, right? It was you wait, you get on, you get kicked off, and bots and that are getting them before people who are interested in collecting, or even other people that maybe were interested in sort of flipping them. I mean, that's going to be the big issue with these sort of things. I'm sure the sort of internet security will change now they've had their first drop and tested it and seen certain things. But I do believe, when you've got such a cult following, or massive culture in Oasis and other iconic bands, films, etc. 1,000 boxes, to have 1,000 fans that would be interested is obviously not going to be hard to grasp. And then you obviously got the other side of it is how many people think they can profit from it. So I'm going to jump on it as well, just to jump on it. So even you say 50-50, you say 500 of them are going on there because they genuinely want it to keep them in their collection forever. And then you have another 500 that are on there to, put the price up and resell them to people down the line. Especially if you open or the collectors open the first 500 and they're missing certain signed cards, etc., they might want to get another box, try and get a signed one. So yeah, very, very interesting. Again, Oasis is sort of the hot topic. But yeah, it was a shame for obviously the UK lot that seem to struggle mostly. I have been informed, and I'm sure people also got the email as well, that there was, they knew about this. Well, they didn't know, but they recognised what happened, and I know that they diligently gone through and cancelled a lot of resellers' boxes, which is good to know for collectors, and also could be sort of disheartening for if you are in this just a flip. I have no premise on what you do. It's a free world and that sort of stuff. Obviously I always will invest in things that I know I can make profit on, so I can fund my personal stuff. But I know some people just do it. They don't really collect cards or like cards, and just do it to earn a side income. Which again, in this current day and age, who am I to judge on how you make your income? Yes, it can be annoying, but again, if it wasn't someone doing it in this hobby annoying me, it would surely be someone in another hobby annoying someone else. So it's just the way the world goes, and that's the way it is. But yes, there will be, as a recording this, it will be, I believe it's Tuesday the 8th, so it'll be tomorrow. For the UK. So, which is again, I think that's a very sort of admirable sort of thing that they've sort of gone through and identified problems and heard the feedback from people that struggled. It'd be interesting to see if they had sort of a date / time stamp to when people sign up to waitlist, because it'll say, listen, you've been here since day one. We want to make sure you guys get sorted. But it's just very good to hear from the team over there at Iconic Cards that they've sort of heard the feedback, they notified the problem, and they are doing as much possible that they can do to make sure that it goes into the hands of collectors. And by cancelling these people's potential resellers and people put on eBay already for £300 plus. So it's good to know. So again, if you've not heard anything, this also will be out on Monday night. So you do have a few hours to sort of message over and say, hey, I tried to get some, and this was the issue. Just let them know that you were trying to get some, and it obviously didn't work out for you for whatever reason in the UK. And hopefully you can pick up on the second round. It'll be interesting to see if they sort of do a second release of these Athena demand. Did they then say let's commission over 1,000? If that's possible, I'm sure it would be. I don't know if they've got enough picks, etc., to go around or signed cards, but yeah, it'd be interesting to do like a base set without them sort of things at a cheaper price, and just do a 500 of them just to help people that did miss out, I suppose. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if they do a series 2, if they just move straight on to another artist or another maybe film star, etc. And it will be very interesting to see where they go. But yeah, I think you couldn't time any better, really, could you? Especially all the planning and preparation they've done for probably last year or so to get this into position. To it was for them, for Oasis to announce we're going to reunite and we're going to do a world tour, and yeah, that craze. So I'm happy for them over there, because we spoke to Lawrence, but really nice man, and again, it will be on the channel soon. So yeah, I'm really happy that the product has taken off and there's big demand for it. Shame that we didn't get the sort of, I don't want to say service, because I feel like it's a bit harsh, but we couldn't attain what we wanted to attain as easily as we wanted to, and that is what it is. But it's good to see that they are looking into these sort of bot scenario and resellers, and maybe they'll start banning some email addresses that they sort of know that are reselling these cards and they just want collectors, etc. But yeah, I think it's obviously just a sign of how much the hobby is growing, right? And in all aspects, you've got people who are getting in it to try and make money off Oasis cards, which is, it's just crazy, right? We thought it was just sports and CCG, and now there's this side of it getting into it, so proper capitalizing on it, which is good to see. But I said, if you do want some and you did try and get some the other day, again, it's going out Monday evening, so you still have a few hours to message. But yeah, it should be released on Tuesday for the UK lot. But just make sure you're on the waiting list prior, and make sure you let them know that you had issues. And good luck. Hopefully this drop goes a lot smoother and we can get what we want. I believe it is only limited to one box as well now, one box per customer as well. So proper sort of collector style. So yeah, good luck getting a box for your PC. Other new release that was kind of big last weekend was obviously the Topps Marvel Chrome Sapphire. I was surprised how quick they got that out. So I'm not one for bigging up these companies. I won't rant on this pod about that sort of stuff. All these people that sell their souls and throat goat these companies just to get a ticket to a football game, whatever they may do, and get a few products. But I was weirdly satisfied, is that word I used, at the fact that it was EQL. Yeah, I probably is it not just equal? Yeah, because it doesn't spell it, yeah, I get it now. Equal, EQL. Yeah, maybe it's still I thought it was still something. I was this year old. Was it this year old when I learned this? Um, yeah, on the Wednesday, was it? I feel like it was beginning of the week. God knows what day it was. And then I was seeing people getting him on the Friday, Saturday sort of time, which yeah, was pretty good. I mean, I think I got rejected the Wednesday or Thursday, so fair play to them. I'm not bitter. I would have liked one. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked one. I think I went in to get one. I would have liked one just to rip. Um, expensive rip. Was it 350? I think it was. But you know, Sapphire is a very very beautiful looking card. The Marvel stuff, as we saw with the first lot of Chrome Marvel, was just crazy. So yeah, I thought this Sapphire might have been special. Uh, but no, again, it looks. I've seen a few so far that have been pulled, looking nice. I'm sure this will go for some crazy prices and possibly bring down the original Chrome prices down. Just because it's a newer product, it's probably more demandable, more in demand. Either way, you know what I mean. A Sapphire product over Chrome. So yeah, I think I see a lot of card prices coming down, which again, if you've got your eye on certain Chrome, which a lot of people do love Chrome and the refractors, etc., you might have an opportunity there to pick up a card for your PC at a good price, I suppose what it's been lately, or even if it's potential to sort of pick it up and sell it in the future at a bit more profit because it'll always be the sort of the first Marvel Chrome, I suppose, of the modern era. A very well done product as well. It's very it was very sought after, wasn't it? It was very well received in the hobby, which is good to see. I wasn't too. That's the only thing I wasn't too keen. I like the original sort of sketch work, from the 60s comics, etc. And I was fine. It's just a signature scenario. I just don't think we needed it. Like just some random Spider-Man and Hulk, etc. It just I don't know, man. And Thor and yeah, that's possibly one thing wasn't overly like fussed about. Like I don't know who wrote it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done differently about that. To be fair, off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, obviously, R.I.P. Stan Lee, so you can't get him to sign him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, and this is the issue. Obviously, if with it being artwork, I suppose actors. If it's actors, and you get Tobey Maguire and you get him to sign him, then all of a sudden you get people like, oh, well, my Spider Man's going to be Andrew Garfield or it's Tom Holland, etc. Then it just brings that sort of aspect to it, and I suppose all of a sudden you're gonna have 3 different Spider Man cards in there with 3 different Spider Men and 2 different signatures. You just get too crazy. So I appreciate it. I just don't know about this signature thing. I just don't know if it was needed. I don't know. Maybe I'd appreciate that till the artist just signing their name more. Like the original guy to draw the original Spider-Man that got used. Maybe I'd just appreciate that more. Maybe I'd be like, oh, fair play. I don't know if he's still alive to be there, but that sort of thing is kind of cool. But yeah. Again, people like what they like, and it's just something I wasn't really fussed with. Everyone's gonna oh yeah, the Spider-Man auto and this, that, the other. Wasn't really overly fussed there, personally. I'd rather have a nice looking Spider-Man Chrome or Chrome Sapphire card. Obviously, the red is going to go well, right? The red, even blue Spider-Man because of the blue he's got on him. So just to make it pop, make it look stand out. Nice limited, numbered card would be nice. As opposed to the autograph just says Spider-Man. I'm not going to pay the premium, especially because the amount that it's going for the autos is kind of crazy. So yeah, I just personally don't see that premium price for it. But let me know your thoughts. Am I just mentally ill? Am I missing something here? Big weekend of sports. Just to change through there, me being mentally ill. NFL London, always a good basically month of October, right, for the UK NFL fans. Jets Vikings. Rodgers picked right at the depth when he had a chance to win it. Vikings played well. Vikings on 5-0. Unbelievable. Sammy D. I actually invested. Do you know what? I invested in Sammy D a couple of years back, expecting him to get a bit of time last year at San Fran because with the whole Purdy, Trey Lance, Sammy D. I didn't know, but I thought it might be sort of the Trey Lance, Sammy D sort of thing with Brock Purdy coming up from surgery. They might rest him a little bit, let him recover properly and just put Sammy D Lance in the first few weeks. Obviously, they traded Lance straight, before the season to Cowboys. So then I was thinking, okay, Sammy, I don't know what that was. Alarm in my house. That Sammy D was going to get some chance to shine. I heard some good things out of camp. They like him over there, very accurate passer, etc. And yeah, Brock Purdy just started from the get go, and Sammy D, he didn't sit all season. A few snaps, when 49ers were coasting, but never really given that opportunity to sort of give him that sort of hype spike, that you sort of look for in season. So then I sort of got out, I think a lot of them broke even, maybe one or two made a profit on. And yeah, then look what happens. He goes Vikings. Their first round QB gets injured for the season, and Sammy D steps up and says, "This is my team." And yeah, it's fair play to him. Fair play to him. A few shaky moments. The team in general, I know they're quite a youngish team, but they're 5-0. They're 5-0, and let's face it, these Jets that have a really good defense. Offense is still trying to figure out. A bit like the Chiefs, you've got a very good quarterback. Offensive pieces are quite decent. Unlike the Chiefs, they obviously you have a lot of injuries. Jets have theirs, seemingly fit and fresh. With Garrett Wilson, Bryce Hall, etc. Just not clicking as yet. And obviously Rodgers missed last year, so for him it's only game 5 of this team. But yeah, I think they'll. I don't think they can be consistent and hit it and constantly just start not so much blowing teams out, but being up there with big numbers. Beating 34-point games and 28 points in a game was they struggled for double digits the other day, and yeah, they just did. Then it was the Bills game. I mean, that Allen hit was kind of strange. I know there's footage now of one of the trainers giving him smelling salts to the same amount of sort of what's the correct word here? Dodged, cheated the way. I don't know what to say. It sort of bent the rules maybe of concussion protocols because he seemed to. It was a heavy hit. His head on the floor. Obviously in the helmet, it was kind of came down quite fast, like a whiplashy type and bump. He didn't seem like out of it, but I think he was definitely a bit dazed. He was sort of lay there and he was on his back for a bit. Then he set him up and they took his time with him on the field, take him off. He goes into the tent, and then I can't remember who the backup quarterback is. Top of my head, I almost said Mitch Trubisky, but it's not. Whoever that was, he came out and yeah, it was weird because he made the first snap, and then it's like they told Allen, "We've got the ball back in a good position here," and he'd come back out, and I said, "There's this whole he was smelling salts to clear his head a little bit," and chucked him out there. I think he then went 2 and out, Josh Allen, and he kicked a field goal if I remember correctly, so it didn't work out. But yeah, very interesting scenario there. And he sets a record as well as like the lowest percentage completion rate in the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy. Very talented quarterback, don't get me wrong, and especially being a Chiefs fan, we've had many painful games against the Bills. A bit like Bengals, right? It's one of them teams that are just always like a thorn in your side that you never know. In the season, it's always going ebbs and flows. It could be their way game, it could be our game, and then more often than not, so far in the Mahomes era, anyway, we're getting the better of them in the playoffs. Obviously, it was the one a couple of years ago against the Bengals where they did us, but yeah, it's very, 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 very tough side. Now look at the Texans, who look at the next ones up, right? I think they want to win that for Stephon Diggs as well. So yeah, even Stroud made a few mistakes, but still looked decent in parts of that game. It's crazy. And then you got to look at the last was it last minute, last 30 odd seconds? That game was just absolutely insane. Some reason Texans go to try and throw to bring them close instead of running it, and bringing the clock down to kick a field goal. They end up, I think they got a foul on that play, or did he get sacked? And then they're going back a few yards anyway and put them out of field goal range. Then they put Bills like in the, I think from the first or second yard, and Allen for some reason went out there and just made 3 quick throws that were incomplete. So I think knocked off some like 12 seconds off the clock. And you have to obviously punt in your own in your own end zone. Obviously, going to go a million miles, is it? So all of a sudden, Texans get it back for pretty much. I think they're pretty much in field goal range to win the game with X amount of seconds left. So that's all she wrote there. So that's kind of crazy decision. They could have tried and got out of the end zone, a running game, etc., and potentially, even some quick slants or something, just to force overtime and give you a chance to give your team a shot, right, on both sides of the play. Bengals, Ravens, another crazy one, went to overtime. That was a crazy game. A lot of heavy hitting games. I said Bengals, Ravens, Texans, Bills. But yeah, that was a crazy end to that game with Lamar fumbling in overtime. Bengals go down a few extra yards, field goal, gets snapped, and then the punt. The punt that was holding the ball, dropped it, managed to pick it up quickly and get the kickoff, but wide, and then Ravens obviously get it from that point. One run from Derrick Henry, and they just said, "Yeah, let's just field goal this," and from like the 15, something like 20 yards, and just field goal, get it over and done with. But that was a high scoring game, 2 elite quarterbacks. I don't want to say that 2 defenses that need a bit of work, because I know it's a high scoring game, but both defenses were quite decent. That makes sense. Like Baltimore's defense, we know is very good. I think it's just one of them games where I said Burrow was on fire, Jamar Chase was on fire, Lamar was on fire. It was just a very good game to watch. And obviously the Chiefs play as recording this tonight, so / early hours in the morning on Tuesday against the Saints. So let's see what happens there. But NFL, football, obviously soccer, football in UK. People saying Spurs were Spursing it up against Brighton. United got a draw, and it's kind of interesting how it's all changed now, right? The United draw against Villa, and the whole story is now Eric Ten Hag's been bought some time because of the draw, and it's like a couple of years ago, if this had been someone could draw, United manager drawing against Villa, oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough, and now it's all of a sudden it's getting him a draw, buy some time. It's like, wow, I thought they played all right. I think they're in a difficult position, United. There's rumours that I don't know how true they are that they want Tuchel. I think, in a weird way, I think that's what they need. I think they need to just do what Liverpool did a few years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and just bring in that high energy, gang and press, just dumb manager. Back him, say, right, that's how I want to play. That's the philosophy we're going to play that way. Back him and a few players, similar to Ten Hag. Ten Hag's brought in the Ajax team he had back in the day, basically. Jesus. But just have that identity. Have a year or two where it's not great, like Liverpool did. The first 2 years when the clock weren't the best, and then year 3, after you've made those incremental signings each year, the Van Dijks, the Alissons, they build up, and then boom. Because it's as much as I'm a City fan, I'm a Manc lad, I'm a Manchester lad. It's still like I still love it to be City winning league and United second. Just the whole Manchester thing, it's nice to have Manchester 1 and 2 as opposed to Manchester 1 and like 7 or 6 of United finish nowadays. And it's always like Liverpool or Arsenal and then Tottenham, and it's too many London teams it is. I don't want them up there for titles, do we? Jesus. So yeah, hopefully they can sort that out there. Maybe Ten Hag is their man, and maybe this is their long run. I mean, they've won a few trophies. Let's not deny him that. It's just this identity thing. It's so mixed at the moment. It's like they don't know when to press. It's kind of crazy. But my Mighty Blues got the victory against a very good. I'm not just saying this because it's my boy Dan's team. Obviously, we have a little soft spot as well because it's your friend's team. You have a soft spot for him. Obviously, Tosin was there as well. But very good team. Very good start to the season. I like the addition of Smith Rowe. I like the fact that they're using Adama Traore a lot more. I think he's a massive threat. He just needs someone he just needs a striker. It's either like a Ruben Neves who's going to stay up front. So when he does get there his pace, instead of him having to shoot, he can pass it across the actual striker to score. Or you need a striker that's just as fast as him that can say, right, we're going to counter together. So when you get down there, I'm going to be to the left of you or right of you. Because he's got all the pace of the world. He put Kyle Walker, he left him back at the chip shop. It was unbelievable. I think Walker had a yard on him as well. And let's face it, you don't see that anymore. You don't see that ever, really, do you? You don't see that against Kylian Mbappe, for God's sake. So that was very interesting. I mean, I'd love to watch training between Doku and Walker because Doku's got a bit of hops, hasn't he? But he just can't finish. I mean, he could have either a hat trick against us. The amount of times he broke or the opportunities he had. But I like him as a player. Again, it's strong, fast. It's just that end product on his part there. And it would have changed the game drastically. No Rodri, no fun, but we won. That's the most important thing, right? Kovacic getting a double. I didn't think he was going to be the goal scorer, but he did. And they move on. Obviously, Arsenal win. Liverpool, some say luckily won. Obviously, another injury to Alisson again. I don't know how bad this one is, but yeah, another injury, which is gets like stage now in his career, maybe whereas injuries each year now and these little stuff start happening, but we'll see. So it might be a replacement coming there in the next year or two. Did they go for that Georgian goalkeeper? Did he go for that keeper from Valencia? Is it the Georgian goalkeeper? Can't remember what happened with that. But yeah, interesting. I've seen no F1 this week. A big UFC week and a big WWE weekend as well. Pereira doing what he does, and was it Cody and Roman Reigns teaming up? Who'd have thought that? And then on to releases. Like I'm just boring you now, so let's go on to the release this week. So we have the Upper Deck Tim Hortons hockey. And we have the Bowman Sterling baseball. Upper Deck Series 1 hockey. The 2023-2024 Panini Immaculate Soccer. And that's pretty much it for this week, especially on the soccer-wise, sports-wise. I don't do much out sport, nothing on the entertainment and non-sports. So yeah, quite a quiet week. So expect your local breakers to be pushing nonsense. I'm joking. It was products out last week, but yes, I reckon a lot of them will be pushing Marvel, Chrome, right, Sapphire. But yeah, we shall see. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this week's hobby news or hobby nonsense, whatever you want to call it. The Oasis drop from iconic cards. Again, disappointing in some respects, but also good to hear not only stuff they're putting in place, but the fact that they've still got boxes held back and have cancelled a lot of people's orders that are obviously trying to resell. So real collectors should have a chance to purchase Marvel, Chrome, Sapphire, and Sports was crazy. So, well, without boring you too much, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Thank you as always for everything. I appreciate it. Every like, comment, DM, etc. And I will see you on Friday on a lookout. We'll go through the data. And that's it. And it'll be next week. I can't think what's going on. I felt like I had something going on, but I don't know what I did. So I can't say what I've got going on because I can't remember. Yes, maybe a guest appearance coming soon. And I will be organising another roundtable soon as well because I enjoyed that. I know you guys did too. I'm tempted to do the same people again. Third Down, Top of the Podcast Boys, Mayhem, Dan. But maybe mix it up. I don't know. Go through some questions, go through some stuff. We'll see. We shall see. But I always enjoy them. I know you guys do too. Hearing different aspects and stuff like that from the hobby. Maybe try and do a live one from Third Down's new shop as well, which would be kind of cool. It'd just be the breaking table. But yeah, it's not an issue. I'll be all right. But yeah, it's got Wi-Fi there, aren't they? So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But no, thanks for listening as always. I appreciate you more than you know. And oh, I do have one more thing. And you had one more thing. 1 second. Just run off. Yeah. See that? That's how quick it was. I hope this shows up. Look at oh god. Got pod there we go. Podcast of the year 2023-24 runner up. So big shout out to the UK and Ireland Card Awards. So yeah, I know it seems like I got this late. That's because it's like Inception. There's so many me's. That's because I was unfortunately not able to attend the event and the subsequent card show done beforehand. And I think it was the Love of Cards, podcast boys, Rainey and Lee. They picked up the runners that won there, so they kindly went above and beyond and got another one made for me to put on the shelf next to me. My winners award from last year. So 2 award years, two trophies, 1 winner, 1 run up. But no, I appreciate it. Everyone who voted. You obviously didn't need to. But it's again, this is for you guys really. So if everyone listens and everyone that voted, etc., this is for you, not me. Just know that you guys are part of this runners up. I was also so pat yourself on the backs, and if you see me at a show, and just make sure you let me know that you voted, and this is your award too. So I can thank you, and I can say well done to you. So yeah, there we go. Okay, it's always glory, beautiful. It's because of my my background, but yeah, not all lights, but yeah. So thanks to Jordan and the team over there. They're sorting out. They didn't need to get me one of them, and thanks to everyone who took their time to vote for this little podcast. I know we put out a lot of news information and try and get as much card information out there as we can. I know it's not always the most entertaining. I know sometimes you wish other things happened and more guests, etc. It's just a lot difficult with obviously everyone's schedule. But no, I do appreciate you all. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.